Good
Good
morning.
morning. Happy Monday morning, Gogglefroggers. It's a wonderful day outside, but do not be fooled. It may look sunny, but it's cold out there. I think here it's about 4 degrees, but we do have beautiful blue skies. So I hope that it's really, really lovely over with you too. And how are you this morning, Marion?
I'm fine. I did my usual, looked outside the window. But the sun is shining, but it is cold.
Yeah.
But it looks really nice. And I've got my knitting and I sat here and puzzled. It's a 2-row pattern, for heaven's sake. Have I done it right? You know, first row of the pattern. Have I done it right? Yes, I have.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hello,
You okay?
Oh,
Good.
we're fine. We've got Robert a jacket. He's been very, very smart. So this is a wonderful Monday morning, isn't it? The sun is shining, Marion's here, and Robert's put his jacket on for us as well. I know he's at work, but looking very
It's
smart.
cold. This is my manager. This isn't my manager jacket because that's too thin. So this is fleece.
The fleece. Oh, okay. I went out. It's no more than 10 steps to put the cat food in the cat dish, and I never wear shoes. Honestly, if I could walk around for a barefoot, I would. By the time I'd come back in the house, my feet were like blocks of ice. So yeah, it is rather deceptive out there, but it's a wonderful Monday. It really is. So hopefully you had a lovely weekend and all ready for Gogglefrogs. And Robert, he's having his breakfast or his break, food, lunch, because he's been up since crack of dawn. And he's doing silly hours today. So you sit and enjoy your food, Robert. So enjoy it.
Oh, and I just checked. I get an extra 15
should we
minutes
say
free today.
Oh, why? Ow.
That's what the rota says. So I'm going to take it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Carry on eating. Don't worry. There's no way you're going to look like a certain person did. And I know we don't do politics, and I'm not doing politics, but you don't look like a certain person when they ate a bacon sandwich. So feel free to eat normally.
I don't know who you're talking about, so we're all right.
Fine. Anyone who knew it would know. So it's Monday, and this is the change in our life today, isn't it? Because shops are opening back up. But don't worry, whatever happens, as long as you've got a cup of tea, as long as you've got some knitting, we are here. Gogglefrogs are here. So good morning if you're watching this live. We've got a chat box, and you'll be able to hear us on the chat box. If you're watching our replay, hello replay. We will read out what's happening on the chat box. And if you're watching us on YouTube, hello YouTubers, you'll be able to know what's happened in the chat box because we'll read that out to you too. And we also have a lovely Facebook group, Gogglefrogs Craft and Natter. You can find that and become a part of that. And we'll be showing some of the wonderful work that you've been doing in that later on. So there we go with that. So shall we say some good mornings?
I think that would be an excellent idea.
So what I would like to say is thank you so much, because at 8 o'clock this morning, shops were opening up all over Britain, England, because Scotland isn't open yet, is it? I'm not sure about Wales, but I know in England.
Part of Wales is.
Oh, part of Wales. However, we have people with us, so that's fabulous. So I'd like to say a huge hello to you. Hello, Tricia. And hello, Marion.
Hello.
And hello, Linda. Hopefully
Hello,
you're
Linda.
okay. And hello, Judy.
Hi.
And hello, Janice.
Hello, Janice.
And hello, Jackie.
Morning,
Working with them. And hello, Georgie. Can you stop posting some of those beautiful gin pictures?
Yeah.
Pictures, the nicest way possible. I love them. Carry on, please. Hello, Deborah. Lovely to see you.
Hello, Deborah.
And hello, Brigitte.
Morning, Brigitte.
So fabulous. So when the world's gone back to a little bit of normality, we've still got Gogglefrogs going on. So we've still got people with us, which is fabulous. Oh,
It was on the radio this morning that they've been queuing for the barbers since 5:30 this morning.
well, when I was listening to Steve Allen and LBC this morning, there was a comment made that made me actually sit up like this in bed, and somebody said that they were going to be in the queue for 8 o'clock to go to Primark, and I just thought, I don't get it. I just don't get being in the queue to do some retail shopping at 8 o'clock in the morning. But
Well,
never
do you
mind.
know what? That's what my granddaughter said yesterday. She was saying, I said about going shopping, and she said, Nanny, there'll be some people that will be out there to
Yeah.
Primark because Primark's not online. And I said, what are you going to be
Oh,
doing, love? So she said, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see how it settles down. And I thought that was very sensible for a
yeah.
16-year-old. And she's
I
going
can
to wait.
totally get it. If you, because let's face it, shoes are quite hard to buy, aren't they? You have to try them on to make sure that they fit. So I can totally get if you were getting to the end of a pair of shoes, you need to be in the shoe shop pretty sharpish. And I always like to try them on as well. It's the one thing I just can't get right when I try and buy online. So I totally get shoes. But anything else, and I just don't like sales and queues. So that's me, and it's always been me as well. So I'd rather go when it's really quiet when there's no one else there. But hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed. It's going to be great for so many small businesses and large businesses who've been struggling the whole of the last 12 months plus. So well done, UK. We're getting back to normal.
Well, look how many have shut in Leighton Buzzard, but it must be replicated around the country.
I know.
I mean, we don't even have a Clark's shoe shop now.
What?
Clark's, the shoe shop in Leighton, has gone. Yeah.
Really?
Has the car shop by
So that means if we want shoes,
as has the card shop by the takeaway pizza place as well. That's gone. The one by the HUK shop.
which one?
Oh, has it? Oh, that's a shame.
Well, you mean the little one near the Leighton, near the butcher house?
Yes, that one.
That was always dodged, you know.
It was taken over probably 2 years ago, and they cleared a lot of the stuff out of the window because it was in there when the new owner, he'd got a shop in another local town. And people said, I never realised this was a card shop because he used to have so much in the window. So I have to say I still go to the card shop, which is close to Boots. I just like the ranges that they have in there. So that's where I go.
I've got to admit, I get mine wherever I need a birthday card, and if Waitrose is there, it's in Waitrose. If it's Smith, it's Smith. If it's age concern, it's age concern. It's wherever I happen to be.
We used to have a bit of a chuckle because my hubby doesn't put. I always forget to send cards, but I do like going. I love Clinton cards, and I love those Art Deco cards, which Clinton's stock, and other people stock similar things now. So I used to go out and buy that, and he just used to pop to Card Factory. So I said, I don't care. It's just what I like buying. It's not about what you get, is it?
And I like cards that don't have a load of flowery nonsense inside. I prefer a blank one.
Exactly.
Because if I say with love, I mean it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want all this. You are my bestest friend ever. Yeah, you might be, but I don't. It's not me.
I must have to. Honestly, I have gone into the card shop and I say, are there any cards that don't make you vomit, please? because I'm not a gush person. I'm just not. It doesn't mean that I don't care. It's just if I gave that card to my husband, he'd turn around and say, "What's happened to you?" Because he knows I'm not an overly romantic person. So I have to. There's all these beautiful fronts of the cards, but I have to read inside to make sure it's not.
If my husband gave me a flowery card, I'd think, "What you been up to?" But another story is a very dear friend of mine's mother passed away earlier this year, and I didn't have a with sympathy card, but I did have a card with an Art Nouveau design on it, and Winnie loved Art Nouveau, so I sent that, and I said, "I think your mum would have liked this," and apparently everybody said, "That's your mum. She'd have loved that." And so I felt then that I had made the right choice because I thought about the recipient.
Yeah.
But I must admit, it made me cry to think that I had done the right thing. But hey ho, do you think as we're 11 odd minutes in, we should have some music or do the chats? That might be an idea. Then
I'll do the chat. So Deborah says good morning, all. Good morning, Deborah. Judy says morning. Trish says morning. Deborah says morning. Really cold here, but looks lovely. Exactly, it looks beautiful out there, as if you could put your bikini on. It's that beautiful and blue sky, but it's not. Be very careful. Brigitte, morning peeps. It's 220. Just a sunny morning, but frosty. Yes, it is. We had a flutter of snow earlier when I went out and was putting the cat food out. I thought, where is this snow coming from again? And Brigitte says, Guten Appetit, Robert.
And you know, when I saw that for the first time, I thought she said gluten. Right.
Which would be very true because there won't be gluten in it. I have actually made some gluten-free bread, some buckwheat bread. So it looks okay, but I'm not happy with it. Never mind. And Linda says, good morning, everyone, and to our lovely presenters. To our lovely Gogglefroggers. Sorry, that nearly came out wrong. Georgia says, good morning. Jackie says morning, all cold here in Kent. Been for my 5k run. No work for me today as off to London to the eye hospital. Oh, feeling a bit anxious. Thinking about you, Jackie.
Yes.
I hope that it's all going to be okay. Is that Moorfields that you're going to? So any eye hospital would be wonderful. So fingers crossed for you and sending hugs and love. Trish says, Jackie, hope goes well. Janet says, it looks nice in London, but haven't opened the door yet. Probably as well not to. The cat's out there and I'm not keeping that door open. Actually, I'll tell you the little story about me and splodging a little while later. Tricia says, Barbara's here opened at midnight. You are joking. Oh, wow. I am sure there are some long queues.
And a lot of them will be open
Yeah.
until heaven knows what time tonight.
I know. Bless them. I mean, we're all desperate for it, aren't we? I can't wait to get mine done on Saturday.
Next week for me.
Jackie says, Tricia, thank you. Sarah says, hello, Sarah. Good morning. Robert, looking smart today. Going to the local craft charity shop today. It opens at 11 o'clock. Wow. So much going on today. Judy says, Jackie, got my fingers crossed for you, Jackie. Hope all goes well. Yeah, we have too. Judy says, Jackie says, thank you, Judy. Linda says, morning all. Mary and I agree. Waiting for the rush to calm down before venturing out. Yes. Have booked lunch with friends on Wednesday. How amazing. I was sort of getting excited about, oh, maybe I can have a coffee and sit in the garden. Then I thought, I'm going to be freezing. I may as well just go out for gin. Yeah, we'll see. Brigitte says, Jackie, wishing you all the best for the hospital checkup, fingers crossed. And she says, can't face the shots yet. I know.
I'm with you there, Brigitte.
Yeah.
I'm not quite ready to face them yet.
No. Jackie says, Brigitte, thank you. Amber says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Amber.
Morning, Amber.
Amber says curtain pushers. And Jackie says, yes, it is Moorfield. So absolutely fantastic hospital there. Janet says, morning all. Hope it's not too cold. Just going out for lunch today to celebrate my birthday. Happy birthday, Janet. Didn't realise it was your birthday today, but happy
Yesterday,
birthday.
I
was
think.
yesterday.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh, right, okay. So, up to date. I get that. Judy says, I buy cards from the artists and local galleries here and when I'm away, or from charities, especially wildlife or textile related. Do you know what? I buy quite a few in our local health food shop. They have some lovely, lovely little cards. So I do buy a lot of cards, but then when I need one, I look in the box and there's nothing quite right. So I have to go out and buy more.
Now, I've done exactly the same as Judy. And because I wasn't organised, I put them in different places around the house. So when I needed one, I could never find it. But now I have got myself organised and they're all in one box. So I have got a supply. Perhaps I'll keep myself organised in future. Make a change.
Fabulous. So Sarah says, oh, my mum just got discharged from Moorfield. She said it was great. And happy birthday, Judy. So hopefully your mum's all healed and well now. And her eyes are lovely as well, Sarah. Janet says, love and best wishes to Jackie, thinking of you. Judy says, not me, Sarah, but we'll hang on the thought for 3 weeks if it was me you meant. Sorry, not quite sure about that one. Sarah, Judy, oops, I meant Janet, but hope you have a great day in a few weeks. So it's Judy's birthday soon. It was Janet's a little while ago. And then Amber says, wishing you good health, Jackie. Happy birthday, Judy. So I'm caught up in chat now.
Hang on, no. I think it's Judy's birthday in 3 weeks, and Janet's yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. So that was that. So now we can have a little bit of a morning interlude. And what on earth have you got for us today, Robert?
I don't really remember. I just remember putting it on at 4:30 this morning because I forgot to do it last night. And I can't play it from here. So could one of you two do it for me, please?
I'll do it, of course I will. All right. So we'll go on mute and enjoy whatever was done at silly o'clock this morning. Swan Lake is one of the very few ballets I've actually been to see. So I've been to see the Nutcracker, Swan Lake, but Swan Lake's always the beautiful one, the graceful one, isn't it?
I think it's one of those pieces of music, wherever you are in the world, that's instantly recognisable. A bit like his 1812. As soon as you hear the bash and the clash and the bang of the cannons, you know what you're listening to.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So hopefully you enjoyed that too. So very, very, very good choice at whatever time it was this morning, Robert. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wish my yarn didn't get so tangled at the moment.
Sorry?
It's twisting back on itself. My yarn's twisting back on itself.
Oh, is it? I need to weigh my yarn. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, she's a bit concerned as to whether how far it's going to go, because the lace pattern is using up that much yarn. It's using up more than her previous design did. So we were just discussing that before we came on air. So it's whether, unfortunately, she's going to frog it again and maybe do the same design but thinner, because as we all know, lace will stretch out as well as that. So how is it?
Will you just chill? I've still got 84 grams left.
That's perfect then.
So you know when you just think, I've been working on this for ages. It's been on the needles for at least 2 weeks, I think, or at least a week.
84 out of 100.
Yeah. So there's loads
of.
Well,
you're going to be fine.
Only 15 grams. So
hang on a minute.
If we're talking horse terms in hands, you've got quite a few hands. Oh.
It's the fire alarm.
Oh,
Yeah, they'd have had to have gone for the fire alarm. 16,
right. Okay. So
84.
that's Robert doing his stuff. So yes. So that's really, really good to see that only 15 grams has been used. So this will be long enough. I do think I may have to break into
How
another.
far? What length is it at the moment?
A hand.
A hand. That's about 5 inches.
It's a hand. No, it's longer than that.
6 inches.
I have got my hubby did actually borrow my thing. Let's have a quick look. So that is 7 inches.
7 inches. Okay,
Yeah.
right. There's got to be a way of working this out. 84 divided by 16 equal. Oh, that's wrong. 84 divided by 16 equals another 5.
I think it's going to be about 48 inches.
6 times 7. 42 inches, yeah.
And then a bit extra. So I think about 46, 48 inches. So
42 inches, which is just over 3 foot.
that won't be enough for me. So yeah, I'll be doing an extra one. But I've got an idea about tweaking the design slightly once it's been done. So we'll see what it looks like. Because once it gets longer with all of these lacy patterns, once you get weight on them, they actually extend.
They drop, yeah.
Whereas at the moment, it's just sitting there. But obviously, once that weight's on there, it will be different. And also, I am thinking of putting, I think I mentioned it the other day, about putting something on the end that looks like either leaves or looks like flowers on the ends. So that will pull it as well. But I think I might have to
get another quarter. What's a quarter of 7 is about 2. You get about another 2 inches, so you get 43 inches.
I think it'll go a bit further than that, but it'll be, yeah, I might do an extra skein. We'll see. We'll see.
When you get to 42.5 inches, that's when you need to start thinking about what you've got and what you're going to do. Yeah.
I won't be able to do what I don't think I'll be able to do the creative bit out of this one, but I'm just going to see because, I
had to do this with my the back of my poncho conversion to a jumper. Well, no, not to a jumper, to a cardigan. I've done the back, and Jackie's been saying to me for ages, "Oh, it's easy to put in a lifeline, Marion. It's easy." And I keep saying to her, "Show me, show me." And I finally got round to doing it, sorting it out myself. So I put in a lifeline before I cast off, just in case it's not long enough. So that, I reckon, is the back.
Oh, lovely.
And then the fronts will be half of this. Then the sleeves will be sort of like the poncho. And I haven't cut any yarn yet, just in case. So I'm now in the realms of the unknown.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Always good.
But you see, I've got 11 repeats of pattern along the back, and I would have liked an even number, which means that my garter stitch border will be a little bit wider than I would have perhaps liked down the front. And the bottom, this is where I'd like people's thoughts. The bottom of the design is jaggedy, like, I don't know whether you can see it.
If you can pull it back slightly, take it back from the...
Has got a sort of triangular lacy design. And that's 16 rows. But if I was to do just 8 of those rows, I would get sort of one of those. Well, not even, 1 point. But that would mean I'd only get half of this sort of berry. I think ivy leaf it's called. So I think if I just do a plain straight garter stitch border, that would be my best bet. Unless I try and do a point on the garter stitch border, which I should be able to do. So I'd welcome suggestions as to what I should do. Oh, is Robert coming back? His icons come up.
Oh.
Was that just a test, Robert?
No.
Oh.
Real thing?
No. No. It was it went off. It was a proper. It went off properly, but it was a false alarm.
Oh.
Never mind. I literally got as far as the door. I slammed my laptop shut, picked everything up, got as far as the door, was shouting at everybody to get out, and then I was told, no, don't worry, it's fine. And it's taken me 10 minutes to get back in the room.
You know, look, I don't know if any of you know that work in London or know London. I used to work in Euston Tower, which is near Warren Street Station, and it's what? A 20-plus story building. And whilst I was working there, we moved in, and there was still building works, and regularly, at least twice a week on average, and you never knew which time of the day, there was a fire alarm. And we all had to evacuate the building. And as I was on the 13th floor, we were all trooping all the way down the stairs. I should think we lost a good day's work twice every week, because the builders, thank you, love, the builders managed to do something. And if they'd warned us it was going to be a trial, then we'd have been okay, but they didn't. Never mind. During the summer it was fine, but during the winter we got a bit peeved off.
I can imagine.
Oh, yeah. I'll never forget when I worked for BT and we were at Ealing Broadway, and it was a newish building to us, and we'd never had a bomb scare or a bomb evacuation. Anyway, there was one day. So we got outside the building, we're looking around saying, well, we don't know where to go. We couldn't see where anyone was. So we stood there for about 15 minutes or something and said, well, come on, let's go to Burger King. So we went into Burger King and sat there. Bearing in mind, they have to do this roll call of where is everybody. And then we ate our burger and our drink. Came outside and then someone spotted us and said, where have you been? I said, well, we couldn't see where anyone was. You had to go over the road, round the corner, and carry on walking to the green. It's just like, well, we don't know where to go. In a fire, that's where you go. But this is a different type of scare, so it's a totally different thing. So anyway, they've been looking for the two of us, and we were in Burger King because we stood where the collection where you were supposed to do for a fire, but the bomb was a totally different location. So that wasn't that silly, but we did prove a point that you need to be consistent in where you go and gather. So I think they changed it after that.
When I worked down Clarendon Road in Watford, we had an underground car park, and we had somebody called the Common Services Officer, and what he or she did was to make sure that everything regarding to the maintenance of the building was carried out. If we needed repairs to anything, they organised it, the photocopier, the cleaners, stationery, all that sort of thing. So in any case, he came into work one day 10 o'clock and immediately set the fire alarm off. So we all evacuated the building, and none of us knew what was going on. The fire brigade turned up, the police turned up, then the bomb squad turned up. Oh. He thought he had seen a bomb, on the parcel shelf of somebody's car. It was somebody's knitting. Not mine, because as most of you know, I don't drive. I didn't drive then either. So yeah, he didn't know what knitting looked like.
Oh dear. Oh bless.
And let's just put it like this. How can I put it properly? The boss was not amused.
No, I'm not surprised. Oh, how funny though.
Yeah.
I just got to turn this off.
It took him a long time to
Oh.
get that one down. On one specific day, my team, being my team, knew he was coming downstairs, and they knew I knitted. They said, "Here you are, Marion, sit at your desk and knit." So I sat at my desk and knitting whilst he walked by, and they just watched him and said, "That's what knitting looks like." So
Oh bless.
he managed it for about 6 months before he asked for a transfer, which I suppose was nasty of us, but
no. Oh, let's get another cuppa soon.
yeah, Richard's bought me one up. Not as big as I usually have.
Oh.
Yeah. No, well, this is going but slow.
Yeah, this is going slow as well, but it's like anything, isn't it? You get to a certain point and then it just flies.
Yeah.
So I always think the first little bit is the difficult bit, but
Well,
yeah,
this is my online knitting now, what I'd have called my travelling piece, because I don't really have to think about it, as it's a 2-row pattern. I'm sure. Does everybody else have a travelling piece that's small and mobile, and they can just pick up and put down, and then have something else at home that's a bit more complicated that you only take out?
I now have a Gogglefrogs piece and a non-Gogglefrogs piece.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar sort of thing.
Yeah, my pattern, 2-row pattern, but even then it's just, is it yarn over now or the other row? So yeah, I just have to, I wrote it down, but this is a sort of a go-to one. I think scarves are, but I always think that cardigan, blankets are homebound.
Debbie Dawn put on.
Oh, that's nice.
What is it? Oh, crikey. James Seabrett, Northern Lights. This is the last ball I've got. So I don't know if you've got any.
I can't remember what that pattern's called. I can't remember.
Playful, is it?
Playful. I was thinking friendship. I was thinking, what is it? Yeah, the playful shawl. Yeah, it looks lovely. Just show the colours again, Marion. They're lovely.
Yeah, I've done 3 in this colourway.
Yeah.
And no matter what I do, I like it. I've done 2 hitchhikers using this colourway.
All right.
And this is just 2. But I do like it very, very much. Have you got any in stock?
We've only got blue.
Blue.
Might have some of that then.
The multicoloured is gone.
Yeah.
I think I'll have some of that. Yeah, Deborah's saying in normal times she has a travelling project, not so much at the moment. And Judy says, portable knitting, I call mine, Marion. I'm trying to think what the next one will be. Now we can mix and meet. Yeah, we'll have to decide when that can be, Judy. Amber says, garter stitch projects are my travel projects. Yeah, and do you know what? Somebody once said to me, garter stitch is an underrated stitch. This is all garter stitch, but it's amazing what you can do with it. You know, with a little bit of ingenuity, you can turn something very plain into something so imaginative and beautiful, depending on the yarn and how you manipulate it, if you like. Jackie says, Sarah, I got told off when I was carrying my mug of tea down the stairs during an evacuation at work. They said that I could trip and spill the hot tea over someone, although one of my managers was in front of me and had the same idea, and nothing was said to her. Robert, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I'm trying to say goodbye because I've got to go. But every time I went. Bye bye.
Take care. See you Wednesday.
See you Wednesday.
Bye.
Oh, Sarah got in trouble in the sixth form for spilling tea on the stairs. Terrible day at school. Terrible day at school because you spilt the tea on the stairs, or just terrible generally. And Jackie's making poppies for her WI. Lovely portable Robert project, and by Robert. And Linda says, Garter stitch projects on my TV watching knits. Currently doing my first temperature blanket. Thank you.
That is lovely. So sorry, we didn't actually say about people's comments on the music, about how calming it was.
Yeah, oh, sorry, my fault.
No, my mistake entirely. And people saying love Swan Lake. So yeah, really, really good. We loved that. And Amber says the musical interlude was great. And then Sarah says, horse hands are measured sideways across the hand.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
4 inches.
Thank you so much. Like, all I did was horses when I was young, up to, I don't know how old. And I was sat there thinking, horse hands. And I knew there was something wrong. So thank you very much. Yes, it is that way around. Yes, and I've been throwing off so many horses. I should know that as well, how blooming tall they can get when you're actually trying to train horses. They can become very feisty, and honestly, the taller the horse, the further down you fall. So thank you for that. Sarah says bit of fringe or some tassels are a nice way to add a bit of length. Yeah, I'm thinking of putting some like scallop type things with some flowers on the end, because I think they might look really nice as you then like put them over your shoulders. So I'll see what they're like. I need to get it to a certain length to see how it pulls. But yeah, George says, what yarn are you using? Angela, the colours are beautiful. It's
got yak in it. No, camel.
No, this is actually the yak one. You were right. First of all, it's 60% more, 60% merino, 20% silk, and 20% yak. So those are the colours of it. So yeah, and I've actually had this for a little while. It's where we've been sort of looking at things, but then when I started knitting with it, it's just like, why has that been in my tea chest for this long? So that's it. It's thank you very much. We think it's really beautiful as well, so it will come out one day. So it was nice to get the exercise and fresh air. Sometimes I always grab my tea mug and biscuits off my desk when we evacuate at work. Yeah, I have to say, I can remember once I was actually walking up the steps back to my desk after being to the canteen, and there was a thing. So then a fire evacuation. So we all had to turn around, and as I was halfway up, I had my cup of tea. So I turned down. Then I saw my boss who says, "You're not supposed to have taken that off your desk." I said, "I've not. I've just come from the canteen. Where do you expect me to put it? If I put it on the side, somebody's going to trip on it." And so it was just like, I can't put it on like the top, you know, where people come down the stairs, because somebody's going to knock it and then it'll fly down the stairs. So anyway, never mind. I took it with me. Tracy says, yeah, finally, you keep freezing, breaking up on my iPad. Oh no, it's a switch to phone and all okay. I think it's an iPad thing. I don't know why. Sarah says, been reading meetings, knitting where it's only a basic garter stitch. Just finished a rib piece though. Yeah, I when I used to work, I was a home worker. If you can imagine, I was in motor insurance. Whoa, that was exciting, wasn't it? Not. And I was in the, I managed the audit team as well. So if you can imagine, at times when people were talking about all things motor, I did get my knitting out. Thankfully, Zoom was not around very often there, not in work. It was all conference calls. So some days I could get 7 or 8 hours of knitting done, which was great. Deborah says, yes, Marion, in normal times, I have a travelling project.
We've done that.
Oh,
Sorry.
we've done that. Sorry. We've done all of those. Bye, Robert.
Then Sarah says, terrible day. The tea was just the tip of the iceberg when she spilt tea up the stairs.
Oh, dear.
And she's now, Sarah's still talking about horses. She had one in the stable that was 18.5 hands high. Now that's a big horse, because it's only up to the shoulder, isn't it, that you measure them?
Yeah. Is it the shoulder or the back? Shoulder or the back? I can't remember. Do you know what? Isn't it amazing how much you forget when you haven't done horse riding for like 30 years?
Only 30.
Yeah.
For me. And
George
is asking, is that a Gogglefrogs yarn, Angela?
It will, yeah, it will be Gogglefrogs yarn.
And Linda is saying, I'll be doing garter stitch squares when I go for my plaster checkup on Wednesday. I'm planning to do at least one a day while I'm in plaster. What's happened, Linda?
Oh, sorry. Linda, unfortunately, has broken your ankle. That's right, isn't it? I think you've broken your ankle, Linda. So big hug and love. And I hope that checkup is okay on Wednesday. So fingers crossed. Yes.
And Sarah says horses are measured to the shoulder.
My brain has this amazing knack. It's not a knack. It's a problem I have. That when I don't use information for a long time, it files them away in little drawers or packets, and that's it. They're sort of locked away.
Yeah, mine too, until it gets a little nugget that opens the lock, if you like.
Yes.
Like everybody's talking, people were talking about falling on stairs and that sort of thing, and made me remember the time that I fell upstairs at school. Didn't fall down them, fell upstairs. And because of the school that happened in, it then led me to another memory when I would have been in the first year of senior school. So I would have been 11. And the French teacher, an elderly lady, always very smartly dressed, very tiny, and always wore a very smart tweed suit, was our form mistress. And she had the habit of sitting on the desk in such a way that her legs were at an angle, and she always wore bloomers, and it caused the boys great hilarity. They were they came literally to 3 inches below, above her skirt. So you know how when you sit on anything, your skirt rides up. She didn't realize that her skirt rode up enough.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, they just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know whether everybody's memory must work the same as that. Surely you remember, you get a key to a lock, and then it unlocks lots of other memories.
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant stuff.
I must admit, my more recent ones are now knitting or crochet related.
I've just sorry, Marion. However, we've got something very, very important to do. It's 47. We still haven't done Facebook.
But I was just thinking that
we're going to go on to quiet, and I just want to say happy belated birthday to yesterday for Janet. So sorry.
For Janet.
Yeah. So if you can go on to mute, please. We've got a little ditty for you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Birthday to you.
Sorry, I haven't put Facebook on. Let me
No,
go
we need that.
Let me get on the right site as well. Let's have a quick look.
Just finished
Right.
a row.
Almost ready.
Go on, go for it, girl.
Right, okay, so let's I'll share my screen. Right, okay, let's have a quick look and see what's been in the group.
Oh, no. Oh.
Sorry, something's happened with Facebook today. Let me just stop sharing this a minute and let me try and refresh. Every so often, Facebook change things, so it's harder for us to share stuff with you. Right, I'm just going to go with it and we'll see what the changes are later, but it happens. Oh, actually, right, let me see if I can share this for you. Right, so here we go. Here's a picture of Arlo.
Yeah, I finally worked out how to share a picture of Arlo.
Ah, isn't Arlo beautiful? So welcome, 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 Arlo, to the world of Gogglefrogs. You are now famous. Linda says, sorry, not with you, out for a birthday treat. Waitrose. Happy birthday to me. So we will play Happy Birthday to you on Wednesday. Sorry, I hadn't seen that before I played the happy birthday. So happy birthday, Linda. Linda Evans' first ever pair of socks finished. Bit big, but will lovely for winter indoors. Oh wow.
Ooh, I love the colours.
Colours are beautiful. I love that around the top as well. It makes them look really quite what would you call it?
Frilly? Loose?
Yeah, frilly. They look frilly around the top. They're beautiful. They are great. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, you. Sarah, plaiting a drawstring for this skirt. I finished and casting off yesterday. Oh, wow. Let's quick look. Oh, that is amazing.
Cracky, some of you are so talented.
So quick as well.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that, Sarah.
I would never dream of knitting a skirt.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Oops. Oh, what have I done now? Oh, hang on.
You're all right. You're all right.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. There we go. Right, let's have a quick look. So well done, Sarah. It's Tracy.
This I thought was amazing.
Never done one before, but for a charity I do things for. That's lovely. Is that crochet?
Yeah. Reminded me of the NHS colours.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the rainbow everybody been doing for the NHS.
That's lovely.
Oh, does Amber know? National Health Service, Amber.
Oh, yeah. So it's our, in the UK, we have a free, our healthcare is free. And then we do have some private schemes on top of it. But if you are ill, no matter what it is, you go into the NHS. So that's our health service, which is free for everybody, and quite amazing. Yeah. Marion, okay, we talk about ringtones a lot. And Marion is a real advocate of ringtones. And on our last show on Saturday, she was even extolling how wonderful some biscuits were, some lemon and white chocolate biscuits, and then noticed they were gluten-free, etc. So fabulous. And then she realised that she didn't order what she really wanted from ringtones and forgot the tea. So I think you've placed another order now, haven't you?
And they have sold out of the gluten-free white chocolate and lemon biscuits already.
They must have been good then. They must have been so good.
Oh, this made me smile. Yeah, Elora loved them. She loved those white chocolate.
Really?
Biscuits. Yeah.
That's good.
Not too sweet and sickly was her comment.
So Janice says, I met a little friend I met on a walk today. That is amazing. Absolutely love that. And I'm so sorry I can't show this properly. Facebook has done something today, so it's changing how we see pictures. It's making pictures rather than square, tall and long. I'll keep going into them, but that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And where was it? Do let us know what part of London that's in, because that looks like a garden of some description somewhere. So
is he meant to be Toad of Toad Hall, do you think?
I don't know. I do rather like his long coat.
That's what made me wonder whether it was meant to be Toad of Toad Hall.
Yeah. So do let us know, Janice. We're loving that. Absolutely love that.
Yeah, shame he didn't have a pair of knitting needles in his hand.
I know, that would have been so funny. But I'm sure we can knit something to put on him. This is what we shared on Saturday of Grace's. Here's a photo of the completed entrelac blanket. I think it needs a second showing, doesn't it? That is gorgeous.
Definitely.
Absolutely beautiful. And was it Lindy who did the entrelac workshop last year on the online Knitting and Crochet Guild?
On our online regional day,
yeah, but that is totally different level, isn't
Bye,
it?
Jackie.
To be able to do that, that's incredible. The colours just work so fantastically. And we showed Tracy's cardigan the other day. We didn't show Brigitte's finished blanket number 8. So this is her finished blanket. That's a beautiful edging.
It's gorgeous. She worked that one out for herself. It's her own stitch design. I think I'm right in saying, aren't I, Brigitte? Yeah. And have you now finished? If that's number 8, are there any more to go? Is there 11 to do in total? So you've just got 3 to go. And Janice says that yes, he is Mr. Toad, and he was at the entrance to the Woodbury wetlands in North London.
Oh. Now Dawn has shared a post yesterday. I'm not too sure. Oh, former Vivienne Westwood dress fitter who swapped her career in fashion to become a puppet maker and a teddy bear surgeon.
Absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating that was.
So do pop over and have a look at that. That's brilliant. Trisha, this was yesterday as well. It was seen as an elderly white lady thing to do, meet the new generation of male knitters. I am just amazed at how people come into knitting, crochet, sewing, and take it on a totally different direction, using different colours, different blends, different stitches. So I will definitely look at that when I've got a few hours. That was the music we had on Saturday. Honestly, Rimba Tubes, love it. Just a reminder.
Brigitte says she's got 3 more for her English grandchildren to do, and 2 for her German adopted ones. And Trisha is asking a very important question. Are we staying on for the sewing bee on Wednesday?
I think
that is a vital question.
Yeah, we need to, Robert, because in the past, Robert, there's a program in the UK called Great British Sewing Bee, and it is on at 9 o'clock. So the hour after our thing. So Robert normally does something. And I think he's got an idea of doing it again, but he said he needed to speak to me about it. We've got to speak about it on Saturday, so watch this space. I'm sure we'll let you know. And also there's the Joyful June Part 1. If you want to be part of that, please let us know. And I think that's it now.
Yeah, shall we briefly explain what Joyful June is? What Robert is suggesting, and jump in, Angela, if I get this wrong, is suggesting that if we so wish, and he will we tell Robert we want to take part, and he will pair us up with somebody we don't know. We've just met you through Gogglefrogs, and we will have a dialogue, I think by email or maybe by Facebook, private message, and then we will send each other a gift. Having got from these conversations the sort of thing you would like. Some of it's got to be knitting, crochet, woolly related. Have I got that right, Angela?
Yeah, so something in that little present parcel should be knitting related. So you might find out that the person loves orange, green, blue-faced Leicester, or, you know, it's what you're going to find out about them. Or they have a penchant for collecting stitch markers. I don't know. But yeah, but there may be other things that you might want to pop in there as well, you know.
So hopefully, I think it's to hopefully make another friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be lovely. Sorry, I dropped a stitch, but it's just there we go. So yeah, that is the Joyful June that we're doing, and yeah, it's getting to know each other on a little bit of a deeper level. So don't worry about time zones, about being in different countries. Everybody can be part of this, don't worry. So yeah,
I don't know whether Amber will be able to get the Great British Sewing Bee on iPlayer.
I don't think it works abroad, I'm afraid.
No, I don't think so.
Although
it does on Europe.
Although, is there a way that we could live stream it?
I think that's what Robert was thinking about.
Let's have a think.
There might be a way.
Might be daunting, but we'll see.
That's what Robert was thinking about. Yeah. So bear with us, Amber. We will try our damnedest to make sure that you can get involved with that as well, because it's
11 o'clock, I'm afraid. So it's been a lovely spending time with you today. Hopefully you're going to have a wonderful week, and we will be back at 8 o'clock. Although, do watch the Facebook group, just in case we have to tweak things. We might start a little bit earlier on Wednesday night with Gogglefrogs.
Yeah, that's the other thing Robert was saying. It might start earlier so that we can have a comfort break between shows.
Yeah. So see you later in the week. Whatever happens, enjoy the weather, be safe, look after yourself, and happy knitting. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you, Marion. Bye.
Thank you, Angela.